Hey guys, so did you ever think to yourself, man, I want to go to a place like Vietnam? I used to think like that as well. In this video, not only will I share with you how to get there, I'll let you know if you need a visa, what is the protocol to actually get over there, and kind of help you out on like the steps after you get there, what to do. So I will share with you quickly my experience, and this will maybe help you out. So I first tried to go to Vietnam about 6 years ago when I was in Japan. So I'm there in Japan, which is my favorite country. And once I'm there, or this is a tip for you in the process, if you're going to travel 14, 15 hours, it makes sense that you go to more than one location because it's not gonna be that often that you're able to fly that far. So it's 14 hours one way, 14 hours back. So that's a 28-hour round trip, right? And that's just from New York. If you're somewhere else, it might be much further. If you're leaving from the West Coast, like California, Japan is usually about 8 hours rather than the 14 from the East Coast. So it depends, But either way, people that are not used to flying, they don't want to be on a plane for even 8 hours. Their cap is about 3 to 4. So that's just what it is. So I'm there in Japan and I'm like, I want to go to Vietnam, and I'm very spontaneous. Get to the airport, and then a rude awakening where I found out I needed a visa. So there I was going to try to get changed, to use the phone, to try to call the Vietnamese embassy to see what I can do to actually get a visa that same day. I don't know if it's a bit of arrogance in the sense that when you are American, you don't have the same hurdles like a lot of people, in the sense that if you come from a third world country, is the whole process, the visa process is longer because they want to prove that if you go to their country, you're not going to stay. That's the whole thing with it being harder for people in third world countries, that if they're going to another country, that they're going to stay. And when you're American, they know chances are you're not going to stay. You're there for tourism mostly. I was thinking maybe I can call and get a visa on arrival or something like that. Visa on arrival is like when you land and you get the visa there. You can get visa on arrival in places like Bolivia. Egypt will do it as well. Egypt is like $25 for a visa on arrival. Once you get there in Egypt, you go to the bank, you pay your $25, and they give you like a paper. That paper becomes your visa. They stamp, the immigration does it. Bolivia, they take a picture of you, put in your passport. The Bolivian visa is like $160. But back to Vietnam, I was wasting time. Nothing was happening. And so I looked at the board and I was just like reading all the countries. I'm like, I've been to Korea, I've been to Hong Kong. I'm just going down the list. Been to Thailand. So I'm also looking at, okay, where haven't I gone, and in what time frame is the next one? So I wound up going to Jakarta, which is the capital of Indonesia. So I went there, and it was Ramadan. So it was a great experience to actually go during that period. So needless to say, I didn't make it to Vietnam that time. So 6 years later, I said, let me try again. Same scenario, I'm in Japan. But I already, like maybe 3.5 days prior, maybe 4, I applied for my visa. It was a Wednesday evening, and the company, which I'm gonna leave right here, said that it takes 3 days to process the visa. So every day I was checking, after day 1, after day 2, after day 3, really after day 4, I was checking to just make sure if it's being processed or not. So it just kept saying processing. I'm like, yo, this is never gonna, like, I'm sending other emails to see, yo, what's taking so long. So I said Wednesday evening, Thursday is a full day, Friday is a full day. I'm thinking at least by Monday, I'm gonna get the visa. I'm just waiting in Japan, moving around as I like, and I'm getting discouraged, like, I don't know if this visa is gonna clear. So finally, I think it cleared like Tuesday morning. So then I put myself on the flight to Vietnam. It's just one of those moments where it's like, wow, I waited so long to go. And once I got there, I was trying to figure out, okay, how much money I'm gonna exchange. Typically, I like to exchange like $40 because it allows you enough money to get transportation round trip at least. Nowadays, in most places, not everywhere, but in most places, if your hotel is paid for before you get there, the transportation is what you need the cash for. If it comes to it, there's food, right? Like, so you don't really need to exchange large sums of money unless you're with a large group. I was by myself, or if you know, have children, whatever the case. There's other cases where you need cash, but if you're like a solo traveler, not the case. So I said, let me exchange 40. I saw this American guy, and I happened to ask him, hey, how much should I pay for a taxi to like the city? So he said about $10. Now, have you know that compared to $1, it's about 24 something, let's just say 25,000 dongs, 25,000 Vietnamese dollars, right? So just keep it like that. So I made an agreement with someone to pay, how much did I pay? I think it was like less than 20 bucks. Oh no, it wasn't even $10. I forgot, the guy told me 10 bucks. I paid way less than that. I want to say I paid like 8 bucks to go. And the whole time I'm there, because you'll find that when you're in the airport, there's people, or even if when you step out, there's people trying to get your attention for a taxi. I went to one dude, we did a price. He wanted the money right there. I said, I'll give you the money when the car pulls up. Car pulls up, they talk. Throughout the ride, the taxi driver was asking me, how much did the guy charge? Because he's probably thinking, is he getting cheated from the guy that he works with or whatever? Is he getting cheated? Is the guy taking extra when he's actually doing the driving? So I was playing dumb and not answering the question. I was telling him to ask his guy. So I didn't want to get involved in what they were doing or whatever the case may be. So there I was. As I was leading up to the hotel, I saw like people on the streets and the energy. And so once I got to the hotel, it was funny. I was trying to find my room. It took me a little bit. I'm gonna show you that right now. Hey guys, just got to my hotel. I'm in 911, so this way. It's 909, 908. Oh, did it wrap around that way too? Oh. Let me see the stairs right here. It's 909. Am I bugging? I'm bugging out. I ain't seen 911. Anyway, I don't know how they formatted it. The numbers are going down. The only thing I can think of is those stairs with the door opening. Why they put me in the cut like that? I know I'm not bugging. It's 910 right here. So, 911 right here. So as you see, it was like a little bit of a hassle to like find my room. Finally found it and just dropped everything down and went to check out the town. But all in all, had such a great time. The people were warm and the place is very inexpensive. I'm telling you, like, I was that 40, I was trying to spend it. I even came, I think I only spent like $36 out of it. So I was able to, you know, go to the convenience store, drink, and have transportation back to the airport. I was able to go to a restaurant and eat. I was able to really enjoy myself. I'll continue to upload some videos on Vietnam so you can see and get an idea on how it is on the ground. And when I show you guys this kind of content, I like to show you how the everyday man and woman lives in these locations, all right? So until next time, David Durang, no frontier, over now. So yes, you do need a visa. Out.